Hello, my beautiful crafty friends. It's Laurette, the Vintage Paper Girl. Welcome to my studio. I'm very happy you're here with me today because we're going to be doing Stack Your Stash. I got to apologize before we get going. Last week we had a huge snafu with our videos. You got 2 Stack Your Stash in 1 week. It was supposed to be for this Monday, the Monday we just had. And it got accidentally released on Thursday. The Thursday video went up on Monday. So many of you did not see the Monday video for some reason. I don't know what happened. It was a lace one, our pretty little lace one, our hashtag little bits of lace 2024. That one was on Monday. And for some reason it shows it was released 5 days ago or 6 days ago or something. I don't know. It had we learned a whole lot about YouTube because we messed up royal and we tried to fix it and we made it worse. So you got 2 Stack Your Stashes last week, and the lace one for last week came up this week. So I don't know. So if you missed that one, go look on Monday's video because the little bits of lace is on there. And you got to see the lace journal that I finally started. And you got to see how to do clusters on a single page, which was fun. For those of you who've never seen that before, you missed that. So if you can go find that video, that would be great because the numbers on that suck. Excuse my language, but they do. I decided to use the beautiful journal made by Vintage Polka Dot Shop, Emily, and it has so much lace already on it. I thought it was perfect for a lace journal. And I put, I've been wanting to take that out. This is the card from Emily. She made me a beautiful card. I'm going to put that in the bag. Okay, just a minute. I don't want to lose it before I forget. I'm going to put it back here. I'm going to put that back there. Okay. That way I don't lose it. All right. So anyway, I showed you guys, we made some things and I put them in here, the things I made in the video. I made this in the video and I put it in here. Let me make sure you're seeing this. Oh, you are. Okay. It's another dark day, another rainy day, or getting ready to rain actually. And then I made this, so we made a few things in that video, and we made an entire sheet of what do you call them? Clusters. So of course I don't have them here. They're all spread out into different projects that I made for that. So I don't think I have any here that I did on that sheet actually. Oh, that's weird. I should have put one in here. Why did I not do that? That is so weird. Okay. Oh, I did. This one here. That was on the cluster sheet. And I showed you how I put these in. So go watch that video if you would. I would love it. But anyway, this is where the cluster things are going to live. Not clusters, but anything made from lace. That's part of that little bits of lace. I don't know if I'll do any more of those, that challenge. Maybe periodically. I won't do it weekly, I don't think. I just think every now and then. But when I do something that I want to remember, it's going to go in here. Okay. That way it has a permanent home. Let me see what my time is on here. All right. So anyway, I thought I would show you, in one of my videos, I showed you these little plain, little notebook things here. They were neutral and I decorated them up. So I thought I'd share those with you. I got them all decorated. Let me see. Can you see that? I have to sit up and down to show you. They're pretty, just something basic. Little booklets to write in, and I'm probably just going to decorate them up and make them into a set or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. They're just something fun to play with, so I thought I'd share those with you. I got those done. I was just playing the other day. So today, for stacking our stash, we're going to do a pocket. This one is inspired by Amy at Crafty Cat. Hi, Amy. And she did this particular little project in her one of her challenges. I think it's her 50 stack challenge. And so I thought, well, I loved what she made. Isn't this cool? And I would say it's I'm going to call it a triple journal card, because it's a card in a pocket, but I think I might make mine into tags shape. But anyway, I thought we could stack our stash with that. Okay. And I'm going to use just simple book pages and packing paper I got on Amazon. That's that construction paper. These came from bits and pieces from books. These are all from books. Oh, there's where those went. I wonder where those little bits went right here. I couldn't find those anywhere. So these are just bits that I ripped out of a book, you know, front and back page. And so that's what I have here that I'm going to make it out of. Keep it simple, you know, nothing difficult. Now, where do you get books? You can get them at Dollar Tree, thrift stores, libraries that are going to have books that they're either going to burn or throw away or junk. You get them from friends, you know, that maybe don't want some books and you think, well, I wouldn't read that book, but I'll take the book and take it apart. There's a lot of places you can get books. Okay, Granny's Attic, you know, whatever. They don't always have to be vintage. Like, this is not a vintage book. It's a book that I maybe have had for a lot of years, maybe 30 years, probably, something I read a long time ago. And I wanted the cover, so, you know, I ripped it up. And then I have books that have fallen apart that are, like, this one's German, I think, or Greek or something. I don't know. Interesting. This is a Sears and Roebuck. This is not an original book, but it is made to look like an original Sears and Roebuck. I wish it was an original. I think it's a 1979. But even at 79, look how old it looks already. I mean, 1980, it's 40-something years old. So, I thought I could use some of that. And, you know, I've got a little bit of everything here. So I figured this is a good thing to stack our stash with. So if we make a bunch of these, you know, we don't have to decorate them all today. I'll show you how to make them where you don't have to decorate them. All right. So what I want is you want about 3 different size books. If you've got them, if you can get them, or pieces of paper. It could be anything, music, paper, whatever you want to work with, because we're going to cover it up. Here's another size. So that one's already folded because I had that out already. And then I can either use the Sears and Roebuck here, or, yeah, maybe I'll use this one. I'm going to leave the tattered edge. I like the look. It's very vintage looking, so I'm going to leave that. So what I would recommend, I think the best way to do this quickly and make a whole bunch of things is this one's an old book. I'm going to make 3 of these. Oh, 3. I think we'll make 3. Well, let's do our 6 that we normally do. This is an old book. I'm going to put that aside. Okay, so we have 5 because this one makes it 6, right? So first thing we're going to do is whichever edge you want, I would take and fold these in half. That's the first thing you're going to do. So fold. 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 These are your base. And fold. I like them ragged on the edge. You can clean them up if you want. These may be too tall. Okay, now you have to keep in mind how big are the journals that you make. I make tall ones and I make small ones. So this book is 9.5 tall. So that's going to be too tall unless I'm working in, well, I'm going to keep 3 tall and I'll make 3 of the shorter version, right, for regular journals. So these, I think I just made this 8 inches. So I will rip this off at 8 inches. Because it's just a bit too tall. And I'm going to take it off the bottom because, you know, I can use those bits since they're old and vintage. I can use them for my stamping on. I need to do my box is full. My stamp box, I'll show you. It is, everything is falling out of it onto the floor. Oopsie. Hold on a minute. Ugh. My little scrappy book box is full. It's time for me to stamp. So when I have a quiet moment and I don't feel like doing anything else, I'm going to do that. All right, now, so we have pulled, let's say 6 pieces or however many you want to do. Make all your big tall pages, then find your next size page that you want to use. I'll have to check. Well, I won't have to check these for bad words because we're going to be covering them up. So no one should see if there's not a good word. I don't know about this one. I have no idea. It's an old book. Older book. Okay. Let's move those off to the side. So again, we're going to do the same thing. This time, let's see. Do I want the edge, the scruffy edge here? I mean, we could always pull some of that off. I like that scruffy edge, so I'm going to keep it. Now I'm going to make sure, I want them to stack a little bit because I want to have a little room at the top. So on these, I think I'm going to, well, I have 3 I'm going to leave taller. So let's go 1, 2, 3 that are going to be taller so I don't have to cut those. But on these 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so these I am going to take a little bit off the bottom because I don't want them quite that tall. My goodness, I am going to have to do some work on this box. It is crazy full. I better get busy. All right, so now we're going to fold that again. Again, I like the scruffy looking edge, which we can clean up if we don't like it, if it's going to go into something that maybe isn't appropriate for that. But I'm going to try to fold it as close to half as I can. Okay, so now we have, oops, one more. All right. Now we have our different heights. I've got the real tall ones for the tall ones and the small ones for the small ones. All right, now we've got one more thing we got to do. We need that cover page, and we want that to be smaller than that one. Now it's not. Oh dear. Okay. But I don't want to cut that up. So I don't mind this one so much. So I'm going to make this shorter. I'm going to keep 3. That's an interesting image. Greek warrior. Yeah, this was a Greek book. I'm going to keep that height. I'm going to keep 3 that height. And then I'm going to cut 2 shorter, make 2 shorter. Let me see, what do I have where the page is going to be easy? This is an easy one to, like that one's a good one. See, these have writing on them. Someone was studying Greek. Came from my friend's little storage unit. Okay, so these I need to be a little bit shorter because they're almost the same height as the other page. I need them to be smaller, so I'm going to rip them down. Okay. Oh my gosh, my book is getting worse. My basket, my little box is stuffed. It's stuffed. Okay, so yeah, there we go. So this is what it should look like. Okay, if you were to put one inside the other, we want to stair step that. Okay, stair step it like that. Okay, so that's what we want to do. And that one would go over that one, which would go with, oh, not that tall one. Where's the smaller pages? Okay, so there's, put them together now. Now let's put them together. Let's make sure we have one for everybody. And then we'll go back and I'll show you how to put it together, okay? Yeah, there's that one. I don't mind these tall ones. These are cool because I do work on those larger, tall journals. And this would be great to go in one of those really tall journals that I like to work in, which I adore working in. And this would go perfect for that. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, but it's taller than this one. So I must have missed, I missed one. Which one did I miss? Which one did I cut off that I shouldn't have cut off? This one? Yes. Okay. Got myself all messed up there. Goodness gracious. Okay. There we go. Because I'm trying to do 2 sizes. Now you can do that. You know, if you know what you're going to be making or what you like to make, you're going to build your stash for what you like to do, right? So there we go. Now, see, we got the 3 heights. And you're thinking, well, I don't know what they're going to go in. You're right. So I'm going to show you a really good way to do this, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take our glue, and you can use any kind of glue you want, but just make sure you have good control. So we're going to close this, make sure it's where I want it to be. And we're going to close this one. So how are all of you? Are you all good? I hope so. I hope everybody's well and you guys are safe. Oh, I know you're in below 0 temps everywhere. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. I get a little, I'm freezing cold at 40 here in California. Can you imagine? I'm a glass house. Yeah, I'd just break. I'd shatter like glass. Okay, so back to this. So what we're going to do is we are only going to put glue in the middle right here. We're going to leave the side, the top, and the bottom unglued because we want to be able to slip things in if we're going to decorate later. And we don't know what we're going to put in here or what kind of journal it's going to go in. So, and you can add more glue later. So you're going to match your spine up. I'm going to bring it up a little from the bottom. I don't want it to be dead even. And I'm going to glue it onto this one. So you see you got here and this still opens, but you have a little bit of space all the way around to add or tuck things into. A tab, lace, whatever you would like, right? We're going to do the same thing again here. Now, if you know what you're making these for, or you just want to go ahead and make them, you don't have to do this. Just put it all down, okay? So again, we're just going to line up all the edges, and you're going to put that one down, and you have 1, 2, 3, right? And you'll see in a minute what we're going to do. So we'll go to there. So we're going to do that now. Yeah, you guys with the bad weather, I am so sorry. You guys had no snow, a lot of you worried about drought. And now maybe you won't get drought, but boy, you got to not freeze to death too. I saw pictures of Norway. Wow, they got some snow. Crazy bad. I mean, like you couldn't even see, you could barely see the roofs of the houses, and you could barely see, the cars were just like lumps in the snow. Couldn't see any signage. You couldn't hardly see the houses. It was like a crazy, crazy, crazy bad. I think this cold is worldwide. Not everybody has the snow, but everybody has colder weather than they're used to this time of year. Even places that are supposed to be sunny are cooler than normal. Okay, so we've got 2 of those done. Let's go to this one. I wasn't going to do any videos this week because I am not well right now. One of my chronic conditions had been under control, is not right now, and it's rearing its ugly head, and it's pretty wicked. So if it continues on the vein it is going now, if it gets any worse, I'm going to be pretty much down for the count. I won't be able to sit and do any videos. I could probably print some stuff and fussy cut, but that's probably the most I'll be able to do, if I can even do that. So if it continues to get worse, you won't see any more videos this week. And I don't know about next week. It depends on how bad this gets. Sometimes this puts me out of condition or out of commission for months. So let's hope it just does not get any worse, that I caught it quick enough. I paid attention, thought, wait, I don't feel good. And this isn't my normal, don't feel good. This isn't my normal arthritis, fibromyalgia, lupus. This is something else that is caused from too much lupus, and all of those conditions has caused damage elsewhere in my body. And that is rearing its ugly head right now. And so I am struggling through this video. This may not be a very long video, but I wanted to do one for you because I also wanted to explain what the heck happened to our last video, why we had so many videos last week and not as many this week, and why you may not have been able to find my Monday video because it didn't show up as it was this week. It showed up as it was last week. YouTube's got some funny ideas. And I didn't realize if you have to pull a video because it accidentally goes up, you have to completely pull it down. You can't just reschedule it. You have to take the whole thing down and start over. We didn't know that. So anyway, you know how it goes. So if you go look for that lost video for you guys, my lace video. Okay, so there they are. We have, we've got our first little pocket. Our second one's there. And then we have our third one. And there's the third one. So we have 6 ready to go into journals. These are so cool to stick in a journal pocket or glued down straight on a page. Glue it on a page. I think this would be great glued on the page or even on the edge, and you could still tuck something in there if you want. So now the next thing we would do is we would take some blank paper and we would cover the inside here, here, and here. So you have writing paper. It also covers up the words, because people say, well, how are you going to write on book page? You can't. And anybody says, oh, just write over it. Yeah, it's real hard to read. If you care about what you wrote, you're not going to want to write on something that has writing on it already. You know what I mean? I just don't think that that's reasonable. So what we want to do is we just want to take some book page or whatever you want to use. I'm thinking I'm just going to do some little short pages, because I do want to see a little bit of what's there, since this is a really cool one. Let's see, what's longer? I guess that's longer. These are those fly sheets that are in the book. You know, they're blank sheets in the beginning and ending of a book. So this is about 4 3/4. And this is less than 4 1/2. So, okay. So we're just going to take and cut some strips to go in here. I think that gives me one for each side. Yes. Okay. And it depends on if you want it messy at the bottom or you don't, or whatever. I got a funny story for you. My neighbor's cat, he's a baby. You know, he's like, I don't know, under a year. And he decided, he was laying in my rose bushes, and he's watching something. I couldn't figure out, he was watching the bees that are pretty lazy right now because it's cold out. So they're moving pretty slow. Well, he decided he was gonna get friendly with the bees. I don't know if he finally got stung. I watched him for a long time with those bees, and I thought, oh no, you know, he made one mad. I could tell, because that bee was like all over him. I don't know if he eventually got stung or not, because I had to go lay down. But oh, that crazy cat. He's a beautiful kitty. He is part tabby, part Siberian, and oh, just a gorgeous. I also think he has some Persian in him, based on his coloring. So I got a kick out of him today. He kept me entertained. Okay. Now this one's pretty much done. So first glue stick for the new year done. Let's get another one. Oh, okay. Guess I'd already opened that. Now we need I probably think longer ones on that one. And they don't all have to be the same page or paper or anything. You can use whatever you want. Doesn't look like there's anything naughty in there, so I'm safe. Okay. And you're just going to continue to you know, put those on so you have some writing space. And cover up, you know, what you don't want to see. You can make them longer. Cover the whole page and show absolutely no words. Or you can do what I'm doing and kind of do a little bit of both. Like this. Now, I want something longer here. Paper's kind of bugging me, so let's move this off to the side. Let's see, how deep do I want it? There we go. Okay, so we've got 2 strips. I like one side of the paper better than the other. One side's more smooth and one's more, has some like texture to it, which is what I like about this. It feels like a really old book. This construction paper. It's kids' construction paper or writing paper that you get on Amazon. And I want to say I saw Amy buy this years ago when I first started watching her, and I went and got some. And boy, it's a humongous pack. It's like 500 sheets, I think. And I've been using it ever since, and oh my gosh, I love this stuff. It's amazing. Yeah, see, that just covers up. You can sort of see the words through it, but it's very easy to write on. It's soft. It'll be pretty. There we go. Now, we've left space here to stick in if you want to add a tab to the edge of the page right here, or you want it one there, or here, or you want to decorate up here. We've left space. And then what you do is once you've decorated, you go back and just take your glue and close that up, right? So you could do that. So these are bases. Again, we're doing bases, right? So that's glued to that, and that is glued to that, right? Hopefully that isn't confusing to you. I may not sit and do all these, guys. We'll see. I'll sit for as long as I can tolerate, and then I'll have to quit the video. Oh my goodness. I do that all the time. Why do I do that? Okay, so for future Stack Your Stashes, one of the things we're going to want to use, because I've been using book page or whatever you want to use, you can use magazines, newspapers. If you just want to use construction paper, or you want to use scrapbook paper to make these, you can. Of course, you can make these that they're all printed and white on the inside, and then, you know, you could just put a piece of paper in, or just leave them white if you don't mind the white. You can use whatever paper you want. I've just decided to use something neutral, okay? You do not have to use book page. You use whatever you have, right? We could use a one-side scrap paper. Let me see if I have anything that I would want to use to show you. But you need 3 different sizes. That's the thing. You would need 3 pieces of scrapbook paper cut to 3 different sizes. Oh, I don't think I'm up to digging it out, guys. Sorry. I was thinking I just needed 1, but then I realized, no, that's 3 high. Or you could use scrap paper in between if you want to. You could do that. Let's see. I don't want blue. I'm not working in blue right now, so I don't know that I would want to use that. It's pretty, but not for this. Well, I might use it on that project. I just don't know, right? Let me see what else I have here that maybe I could just grab. Okay, this would work. All right. So pick your height. So if we were going to measure this, and you want to use scrapbook paper or regular paper, you would want one that is going to be, get out your paper, your notes, your notebook. One that's going to be 5 3/4. Let's see. Yeah, 5 3/4. One that's going to be 6 1/2. And one that's going to be 8. If you want to go 8 that high, because most journals are 8 1/2 to 9. So you could do 7 1/2 if you want. Just get 3 decent sizes, right? Oh, let me close that. Now, if you're doing a tall one, you would want to use about 9 1/2, because the tall ones are 10 to 11, so that's perfect, right? And you would want one at 7 3/4 and 6 3/4. 6 3/4, 7 3/4, 9. Okay, or 9 1/4. So you can go bigger. So I will probably, how wide do I want this? How wide is this piece of paper? When you fold it, we're only at 3. So that fits in just about anything. So that would mean I want it to be about 6 inches, right? 6 1/4. Okay. So I'm going to put it right about here. darn it. Come on, you. All right. And then we're going to fold that. This is going to be my tallest one. Now, it's too tall, obviously, but I'm going to cheat and cut it off right here. Now, let's see. What do I have at the top? Oh, I have the same lady, top and bottom, so it's okay if I cut that off. This will be a great scrap for later. Okay, so now we have one there. And then let's do the next one from here. You know, that's a pretty good height, so I think I'm not going to... How wide is this one? This is 2.5, so 5 inches. So I'll just make this 5 inches wide. That gives me one that goes this way. Okay. Now I could stick a piece of book page in here if I really wanted to. If I didn't want to use another, I could have made this a book page. I could have used one of these. I could do this. There we go. And then I could do this. See that? You can put a book page in the middle, or you could do it like that. Or you can cut one more smaller one. Just thinking, guys, how to best use this, because I don't want to waste paper. You know, I'm really picky about wasting paper. I have a thing about my scrapbook papers. I might have made this one too tiny. We'll see. Now, I could add one more layer if I wanted right here, which I think I will. I'm going to add a 4th one. And I'm just going to use my ruler to cut it off. I want it to be right about there. Okay. And we're just going to glue them on the same way. Glue that one to that one, and that one to that one, and that one to that one, and we'll just put some paper inside or whatever you want. Okay. I'm just going to paper clip that together so I remember that I want to do that. All right. Now, normally I would go as fast as I could and show you how many I could make in a short amount of time. But like I said, I am not well today. So I just wanted to show you what our Stack Your Stash was for this week. Getting dark again. I was lucky I got quite a bit of light when I first started, right? So let's see. Yes, and then this one we would just put the plain paper in there, and this is white, so you wouldn't have to. I think with this one, I would probably just stencil it just to give it some color on the inside. You can use double-sided, but then the only problem is you'd be wasting it. As long as your double-sided is pale enough you could write on, it's no problem, but I kind of like the single-sided in here. So this is another cute idea that you can do to stack your stash. This is definitely going to go in something I'm working on, and this one too. So both of these would go in a current project along with this one, right? So let's see. We were working over here, weren't we? Where was I working? Where was I working? Did I already put them on here? I did. I lost track of where I was. Yikes. Okay. Do I have another tall one? I do right here. Let me just glue these on. These are ready to go. Why not, right? So we did on last Sunday, I had a good day before I got ill. And oh my gosh, I just ripped off a piece of that paper. Yikes. And we took down all the Christmas, packed it all up. We do need to take it back to our storage unit before the rain set in, which we should have done. My husband will probably have to wait until the next rainstorms are done before he's going to take it back. Because he's going to I have to go with him. Because I have to organize the storage unit very carefully or it doesn't all fit back in there. Plus I need to see if we can take out some stuff to sell at a garage sale. My daughter's going to have to make room. Our storage unit is pretty full, so. Okay, so you have that. And then you have that. And you can use, like, this is packing paper. It's nice and yellowed. It's perfect. I use it to back tags, so I think it would work very well here. I'm thinking I have some already ready to go. I have a little envelope. I just realized as we were chatting here that I use to back pages and things with, and oh, they're awful wrinkly though. I don't know if I want to use them. They're pretty wrinkly. So I have one that's not so wrinkly. No, these are all pretty wrinkly. I'm afraid they might not give me what I want to see. You know, and then we have the Amazon packaging, which is awesome. It depends on what you're going to put it in. So I don't really want to use anything really dark. I mean, anything, you know, too messy. I should have cut this down before I started. I didn't even think to do that. I'm trying to clean this up so I could like take it over to Bertha over there and cut some pieces off of it, you know, to work. I need something that's about 1 3/4. Let me just cut some 1 3/4 pieces off of this. I think that would work best. Be right back. Be right back, guys. I didn't leave you, I promise. Oh, I did a terrible job. I should have cut it on my little cutter over here. Like, Bertha's getting too dull to cut like light paper. She does great on stuff that's heavy. Boy, it really is getting dark. Oh, it's supposed to be 1 3/4. I cut it 2 3/4. Well, goodness. Okay. Somebody turned out the lights, guys. Bring it back. Bring back my son. Come on. I know it's supposed to rain about in another... Oh, it's supposed to rain about an hour ago, and it didn't rain. 2 inches would have been fine. Well, let's see. How tall do I want it? Maybe I could just cut it off and make a couple, and then I'll make it smaller. Right about there. Is that going to be too short? No, it's not. It's just a little too wide. Let's see if I can take it down any. Let me see if that works. Yeah, that worked. That worked okay. Okay. I'm only gonna, I think I'm just gonna cover one more, but you guys get the idea of what you need to do. In an hour, I think you could finish, you know, as many as you can, because you're not talking like I am, and you're not thinking, you're not doing, well, I don't mean you're not thinking, you know what I mean. I didn't mean that to be insulting, honestly. So you're not having to do a video at the same time. And it can be daunting when you're trying to do, you know, a video and think and do everything all at once. So, yeah, mess yourself up pretty good sometimes. I'll glue these on, and then I think I'm going to call it a video, guys. So if you don't see me, it's because I'm not well. And I will return absolutely as soon as I possibly can to, you know, see all of my friends. I will miss you. I have some really fun. I've got some full page things you add to a page to cover a full page. I don't even know what you call them. I have to come up with a name for them. And, well, yeah, they're page inserts. Yeah, page inserts that you can add to a journal. Journal page inserts, that's what they are. And I've got a couple really cool ones to show you guys. I don't think they would make a good stack your stash. Yes, we would make quite as many as we could. But I don't really think you could make like hordes of them. Well, you could, I guess. It just takes some time. You know, it's not, even this one takes more time, but I still think it's a good stack your stash, because if you make enough of these, you know, then, I mean, it depends on how many journals you're going to make this year. It's kind of what you think you need to do. And even if you're not going to make journals, it's just fun. These are super fun to make. Thank you, Amy. Amy came up with these. I think actually there was someone else who inspired her, but I don't know who that was. I don't remember if she said who. I was probably half asleep, because I tend to watch my videos as I'm going to sleep at night, if I'm going to sleep. So there you go. You've got wonderful writing space, just like this one. And this one really has built-in writing space. The only one you really have to cover is this one here. So we've got all of these. These are all ready to go. They just need their paper inside. And actually, that could be done as, you know you're going to do a journal, you can finish them. Or if you just do botanicals and you do birds and stuff, go ahead and decorate them in advance. Make them like this and go through and decorate them all and put them in your box. I think that's a really great way to do it, because I don't do like botanical and birds and known stuff. I kind of tend to go with, some kind of theme. I would need to do it a little bit different, say than from what you do. But however you want to do that, that's a great way to, build your stash. So we've got something new for you to use. I think these are great fun. I may sit and decorate them all. I just don't think so. I think more than likely I will go through, put the paper on everything so they are ready to go. And then I can just do what I did with this one. I did that. And then the next day when I felt good, I just sat down and, decorated it, added some tabs and a little tag up there, and we were all ready to go. And I think some of these, I will make them, definitely going to make them tag shape. I got to see what would be a good tag edge for this. Probably this one. No, not big enough. Let's see. I cut a bunch of, well, that's too big. Actually, I'm looking for something. This one. I have this one shape that one card I use a lot, template. And I'm just going to make it into, I want it to be a tag shape up here. So I usually don't cut it that way. I usually flip it over, but there you go. So that one is going to be a tag. So it's going to have a journaling tag for sure. It's going to be a triple journal tag. You can journal in 3 places. So that's probably what I'm going to do with all these. I'm going to make them into journaling tags. I really like that. This one I would, but I've got the tab up too high. Everything's too high, and I would lose my my page tabs, so I don't want to do that. So there you have it, guys. A couple of different ways to make these. I'm really excited about them. I hope you enjoy making them. Thank you, Amy, for the inspiration, girl. You are always inspiring. I always learn something new from you. So, and I enjoy your channel very, very much. So, okay, you guys, that's it for me today. I hope you all have a wonderful week and a wonderful weekend coming up. And I will see you all as soon as I possibly can. I get back on my feet. I will be back to do some more videos for you. It'll probably be that wonderful journal pages I was talking about. Journal page inserts will probably be my next video for you guys. So I hope you will come and watch those, and as soon as I'm better. And I will see you all very soon. I love you guys. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.